What's up, everybody? It's McCollum Productions. Alright, so today I'm going to make a video about the Elaine Massacre. So in 1919 in Phillips County, Arkansas, which is this rural county in Arkansas on the Mississippi River, and it's right on the border with Mississippi. So it's a little bit south of Tunica and a little bit north of Clarksdale and to the west. So in Phillips County, Arkansas, agriculture, that was a big industry, and it was a largely black area. The black sharecroppers at the time in 1919, they was trying to form a union for themselves in the area so they wouldn't be not getting paid their wages and being cheated out of money. Outside of this small town in this county named Elaine, in a little community called Hoopspur, these people had a meeting to form this union. And so while they was having this meeting to form this union, 3 people came up and they actually shot at the church and tried to intimidate the people who were trying to form this union. And somebody returned fire and actually killed one of these white people, which one of the white people involved in this situation, they were involved with the local law enforcement. So now after this guy gets killed, news starts spreading around the area about this black insurrection, how blacks are trying to kill all the white people in the area and take over. So they start telling everybody this, to rile the white people up and get them to want to come put these black people as what they see back in their place. So you start having white guys come from all over Arkansas and all over the Mississippi Delta, and they form just a giant mob. So they start moving around the Elaine area and killing black people, women, children, men, all of it, indiscriminately. So all in all, 237 black people were killed and 5 white people ended up being killed as well. I did not find any numbers on if these white people, all of them, some of them, whatever, out of the 5, if they were part of a mob or if they were part of the black people getting killed, like they try to stand up for some of the local black people. I didn't see how any of that worked out. Some people who weren't even in town, they ended up getting killed. So there was people who were coming in on trains, and driving back in the city and stuff like that, and they were being taken off these trains and killed when they were getting back from trips and stuff like that. So all in all, it lasted 3 days. At one point, the U.S. military actually came down and they joined in with this mob, and they was actually going around and they had orders to kill any black person who didn't immediately surrender. And actually I had heard one story about there were some black people hiding in the woods, and this is right after World War I. So these black people were actually in the U.S. military and just came back from fighting a war with the U.S. military. So they were hiding from this mob, and some of the black people ran out on the road to tell the people from the military that they were in hiding because they were in danger. And when they came out, the army actually opened fire on these guys and killed a whole lot of them. After all this had ended, 12 men were tried and sentenced to death, and a lot more were tried for murder for the 5 white men who had ended up dying. So what they did is they tortured these black guys to get them to confess and say that they were part of this insurrection or part of this big plan to overthrow the local white people. And it was clear that if they weren't found guilty, that they was going to be lynched anyway. So the 12 men, they ended up being found guilty, and the NAACP appealed their case, and they moved from an Arkansas state court to a federal court. Eventually the cases were split into 2, 6 defendants on one case, 6 defendants on the other case. One group had their convictions overturned on technicality, and the other group ended up eventually having their case overturned as well, citing that it was pretty much a rigged trial. The main lawyer that was involved with the case, his name was Scipio Africanus Jones, and he was a black lawyer from Arkansas. This case ended up being important because they used a lot of what they learned in this case, the NAACP and the black law community as a whole. They used the knowledge they had learned in this case to help with other cases later on, like the Scottsboro Boys and stuff like that. After everything had happened, a lot of black people, they left the area. They went to Kansas and St. Louis and places like that. There was a pretty large exodus of black people who were pretty much refugees having to run from the South and run from the violence. In 2019, a monument was constructed in the county seat of Phillips County, which is Helena, West Helena. And I had actually went out there a while back. It's a very nice area. I was in Tunica and I wanted to go check it out, so I had went down there, and they have this large monument they have built in like the park in the downtown area. And it wasn't complete while I went down there, but I got a lot of pictures and videos from when the construction was going on. All in all, the Elaine Massacre was the largest killing of black people in U.S. history. And Phillips County is actually listed as the county where the most lynchings in U.S. history has happened at. If you want to learn more about this, you can Google it. There's plenty of videos out there, or you could go visit the Helena, West Helena area in Elaine as well. I recommend that. And I also recommend checking out the Delta Cultural Center while y'all are down there. This McCollum Productions. Like, comment, subscribe.